Okay, I have some drinking water here. It's an old Evian bottle, but this is Culligan bottled water that we put into our bottles for drinking. And this is, so again, this is just Culligan water. And then this is Castile soap. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to lather up a little bit with the Castile soap to show what what this sort of looks like draining off with just regular water. You can see we get a lot more suds. The water doesn't turn chalky white and stick around. It flows right down. And you can see there's no chalkiness color to the water, and there's still residual suds. But now I'm going to take a pause, and I'm going to lather up and rinse off with the Castile soap with the tap water to show how hard the water is and how it behaves with rinsing off Castile soap. Okay, so you can see here there's some residual soap from before, but this is just the raw water coming in. This is going through the water softener, which is non-functional. What I have here is a bar of Irish Spring soap. There we go, Irish Spring soap. And I'm going to lather up the soap around my arms. Okay, set the bar of soap down. And now when I rinse this off, it should just be sudsy and go down the drain, but what happens is instead we get really, really chalky white colored water with very little suds because the hardness of the water, the calcium, does not dissolve the oils in the soap. And I'm left with soap scum all over my body and hands, and it's very squeaky and sticky. And when you dry off, you're left with this residual soap scum all over filling your pores, and it's really sticky and uncomfortable. So what I'm going to do is, you can see this is what the water looks like without any soap yet. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to add some soap to, this is Dr. Bronner's Pure Castile soap. And you can't see this, but it's in my hands, and I'm going to put this on my arms here. And then when I rinse this off, you'll see initially there's some sudsing, but very little. And you'll see this white chalkiness, and my skin is like really sticky. It's not slippery at all because we have really hard water. And soap does not dissolve in hard, calcium-rich water. So now what I'm going to do is I've done a full body lather with the Dr. Bronner's Pure Castile soap. So you can see we got a nice lather here. And I'm going to rinse off, but what you'll see, because the water is so hard and it doesn't dissolve the oils in the soap, that the water turns cloudy white. And there's like no suds whatsoever because the water is so hard. You know, you can see even the suds dissolve into just this cloudy white coloration that hangs around. Like it takes a long time to even sort of filter down, but you can see how it's not even interacting very well with the current water. It's not mixing very well because they don't mesh. It doesn't dissolve. So the only way to get it down. And I wanted to add a comment that we have the hardest water in pretty much all of upstate New York because we have a limestone lined hand dug well from 1865. And that limestone leaches out calcium into our well, which creates the hardest water, especially during the summertime when the water table is very low. And this is why we need to have a very good functional water softener. Okay, we're here getting ready to do a hardness test of our water to check the hardness or softness of our water using this test kit that was provided to us by Culligan. The instructions indicate to fill the clear bottle halfway with the water to be tested, add a drop of the solution from the dropper bottle, shake well, and if there are lasting suds, we have soft water, and if there aren't lasting suds, then we don't have soft water. First thing I'm going to do is run the water a little bit to make sure that we're actually drawing water from fully through the water softener downstairs and get any residual potential soft water that may still be in the pipes out of the pipes. So this one's actually really close to the water source, so running this for just a little bit of time usually gets rid of all the water that's in the pipes. Already I'm starting to get some hot water through our on-demand hot water heater, as well as a mix of cold water. So first thing I'm going to do is, this is our bottle to fill, and we want to do about halfway. It's about halfway, I would say. I'm going to turn off the water now. It's about halfway, I would say. Okay, and now I'm going to open up the solution, and we're going to add 1 drop. Here we go. Boop, 1 drop. Okay. Oops, there goes the lid. Next thing we're going to do is add this little cap. Oops, if we can. There we go. And it says to shake it well. And if there are residual suds, and typically the residual suds are going to be up in this entire column here, but you can see there's fairly cloudy water and there's only a little tiny bit of suds appearing here, which suggests that actually that's soap scum. Yeah, that's just soap scum. It didn't even dissolve. Wow. Yeah, let me kind of shake it back and forth like this. Yeah, it's like the soap is not even mixing with the water, and it's just collecting on the edge of the glass, the plastic. You can see all these little white particulate matter forming here. These are not suds. This is dissolved soap that is separated from the water. So there's 0 suds whatsoever. That's just separation of the soap from the water. So it's not mixing at all to create any suds whatsoever, which is indicative of extremely hard water. And we know that we have some of the hardest water in all of upstate New York at around 42 grains of hardness. That's our test. We're now going to do a second test. This is another hardness test, water hardness test, using the test kit provided to us by Culligan. There's a little plastic bottle and the solution, and we fill the plastic bottle up about halfway with water and put 1 drop of the solution in, shake it well. And if there's suds, we have soft water. If there aren't any suds or it separates, we know we have really hard water. What we're doing right now is we're actually testing Culligan bottled water. So we drew this off a bottle that we have, 5-gallon bottle. So you have to just kind of trust us that this is actually Culligan water, drinking water. And then what we're doing is we're going to add, get a little bit more there. Oh, and we have a little visitor here. Hi, Spooky. So we're going to pour off a little bit more. Oh, that's mine. Don't play with the bottle cap. I need that. There we go.
Oh, a little bit more off. Okay, here we go. We've got about half a bottle. Next, what we're going to do is we're going to add a single drop. Oh, hey, just a minute. I'll be done with that. 1 drop per the instructions. And now we're going to add a little cap, and we're going to shake it up. And you can see we have tons and tons of foam. That is indicative of really nice, good quality soft water. So this is the way it's supposed to look, unlike the earlier video that we took showing what really, really super hard water looks like, which is the hardest water in all of upstate New York. And it's our hard water is so hard because we have a well that it was built in 1865. It's a hand-dug, stone-lined well, and it is lined with limestones, which leach calcium directly into the well water. During the summer, when there's a low water table, the calcium becomes more concentrated in our well water, increasing the hardness of our water, which makes the need for more regular water softening. And when the water softener isn't functioning well, or we bypass the water softener, we have incredibly hard water coming through, and you can't even take showers or wash dishes because the soap is separating from the hard water. It won't dissolve. Anyway, so that's our backstory. Hope you enjoyed this test.